Hello. Tonight, Mary Jane was feeling friendless, but we got a friend. Stay tuned for season 4, episode 14 of Being Mary Jane after show right here on Black Hollywood Live.
That's what I was waiting on.
Everybody, we all bouncing tonight?
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Bouncing on this Tuesday night. Welcome, everybody. Tonight, we have a special guest on this episode of the Being Mary Jane after show, Mr. Julian Walker, who plays Tsahai, the hairstylist. He is here with us tonight. My name is Tsahai Wilson, and you can find me on social media at Say Hi Tsahai.
Hi, I'm Sarah Lyons. You can find me on Twitter at Sarah Lioness, Lioness with a Y.
Hey y'all, it's Porchia Carter. You can find me on all social media at Porchia Carter.
And my name is Raquel Harris. You can find me on all social media at Raquel Harris TV.
Now, ladies, we got to get to our guest tonight because he has graciously stayed awake for us. It is after
really
2 a.m. on the East Coast, and Mr. Julian Walker is here with us tonight. How are you doing tonight, Julian?
I'm good. How are y'all doing?
Good.
We're good.
We're so happy to have you.
Happy to be here. Thank y'all for wanting to talk to me.
Of course.
Thank you for wanting to talk to us.
Yes. So, Julian, tonight's episode, we finally got to see you out of the hairstylist role. You were a party guy. You were making out. You were basically me on a Taco Tuesday, basically. That's what I'm doing.
And you was getting MJ together.
Yes.
Right.
And her confidant and her best friend.
Yeah.
Right, bringing out the closeted Republicans, as you said. I said, okay. While rocking the Make America Great Again hat. Okay. Tucked in the back.
Now, what is it like? You've done film and you've done TV. Like, what is it like on set every day with this amazing cast and crew?
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. It's so awesome because I feel like I don't know. I just feel like a kid in a candy store because these are so many people that I look up to every single day. And just to see them and then actually get to pick their brains and hear about their personal stories or see how I can better myself as an actor or even just a person in general is so awesome. So like my experience on Blackbird and Being Mary Jane, they have been so amazing just to actually sit down with these people and actually talk to them. So it was really cool.
When you got the script where you finally got to do, like, you had so many more scenes than you normally do. Were you super excited?
So happy. I was like, yes. And then I read the last page and I saw Make America Great Again, one closeted Republican at the time. And I was like, oh, God. But no. I was so excited. Like, this season is so awesome. I remember, like, the first 10 episodes, it was cool because I was like, oh, man, I don't really know nothing about hair, but I'm going to try to do my thing. And, like, I remember the first day I asked Gabby, I was like, so I have no experience in this. So, like, what you feel comfortable with? So I don't want to pull too hard. I don't want to snatch. You know, and she was so cool. She was like, just go with it. But so this episode, I'm so happy. And then also future episodes, too, for the season. It's really cool to see Ty outside of his comfort zone because I remember in the second episode of this season we saw him talking about his divorce and being just heartbroken and so here we actually get to see him when Mary Jane's like kind of begging him to come to the party. He's like, look, I'm newly single, I kind of want to just enjoy myself, not get involved with y'all because I really don't fool with y'all anyway. But it was really cool just to play that character who was, genuinely trying to find himself. So it was cool.
And do you feel like Ty is trying to get over the breakup, though? Or is he just kind of like, I'm living my life? Because he, went all out at the party.
I think honestly, he's on the fence, maybe. I feel like he is recovering from his heartbreak, but also it's just like, you know what? I've been in the house for too long. I haven't gone out. I haven't partied or anything. So I'm just gonna go and just let my guard down. And obviously, he really let his guard down.
Yes.
And
He went all out.
Yeah, it's kind of that moment. I feel like a lot of us experience it. We go through heartbreak, and it's like for the first probably a week or two, we're kind of like in the house, and it's just like I don't want to fool with nobody, I don't want to do nothing. But then it's just like, what is my life on pause for?
Yeah,
I need to get out there and just do something.
Right,
like sitting in four walls ain't gonna do nothing. Experiences broaden everything for you. So I think that's where.
So how does Ty feel about Mary Jane? Like, he is her stylist, he's helping her out, and now she comes to him with this whole dilemma. She's stealing stuff out of her boo daddy house, and you got to help her clean up the mess. You like, this the last favor you got from me for the rest of the year. So how does Ty feel about Mary Jane and the woman that she is?
I feel like he really likes her. I feel like he doesn't think that she thinks stuff through, because Ty is coming from like a marriage and being in a relationship for a couple years that turned into a marriage, obviously. But so I feel like Ty has like those. It's kind of like Ty is younger than her, but it's kind of like those talks that you have with like a friend
or an older wise person.
Yeah, who has like a structured relationship where you would think it's just like, if you have a question, just talk to your mate about it. It's simple. Just talk to him about it. But somebody will be like, no, I can't. And so I feel like Ty has that kind of experience that Mary Jane, she sees, and she just really needs to talk to somebody about it, and I feel like Ty is there for her.
Ty know all the tricks of the trade, though. Can you relate to that?
All the tricks.
Yeah.
I mean, I can say that, I'm a pretty smooth guy.
Hey.
You got some tricks up your sleeve.
Honestly, I'm a really cool guy. I'm really down to earth. When it comes to communication, I really, really try to communicate. I talk about the smallest things because I know how I would want somebody to do me. Right. So I definitely want to talk about the smallest stuff. I don't want there to be ever something that was left unsaid in a way. So I think that's something that relates between me and Ty, is that, we both want to just get out something. We don't want to hold nothing in. We don't want to keep secrets. So we definitely want to just get stuff out,
So we have MJ having all these outbursts. She gets upset at Danny, at the house, she's thrown the bird. What does Ty think about, like, why does he think MJ is carrying on like this?
Because she miss her man.
That's what I said. That is what I said.
I think it is.
She got separation anxiety.
So if you watch last episode, their boss was like, you leaving tomorrow, and so she's like, what? What am I leaving tomorrow? You gonna be gone for like a week or two?
A week.
And it's just like, I don't even like these folks.
Okay.
The only one I really like at work. So and so she gotta have this fake party, put up all this fake stuff, invite the people that she really do like, so that it'll be okay. But honestly, I think she's just missing her boo. A text message isn't good enough, because you saw how much she was communicating with them throughout the episode. But sometimes when you're in a relationship, FaceTime and text messages don't do it. You kind of just need the comfort of a person in person. That makes so. I think that's how she.
My love language is physical touch and quality time.
Yeah,
so you gotta be there. It's physical, and we gotta spend time. Like, I need all that.
So does Ty trust Justin?
I told y'all.
Listen, because I need to know.
Let me explain why I did this. So, I feel like Ty sees through the BS.
Oh, wow, okay.
He sees this dude. He's just like, okay, you a handsome dude. Obviously that's the first thing that folks gonna see. But it's just like, what else do you have to offer?
Right.
Other than your looks and your smooth talk. Like, what you gonna do for my friend?
That's
so I think.
But he be putting her on.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the type of person that Mary Jane needs in her life, which I'm really happy they introduced Aaliyah and Ty to her, along with Kara. But, it's really cool to have these two characters in her life that's kind of just like, look now, like, don't be dumb. We understand you feel a certain way, you getting up there, you want a successful relationship, you want this and that, but don't be dumb, don't settle,
Right.
So I feel like that's where Ty's mindset is. It's just like, I want you to be happy, but I'm not gonna let you settle just to be happy, you know.
Yeah.
And 5 years down the road, you end up getting a divorce, or you end up breaking up, and it's just like, what was the point? You know, you saw the signs there, but you chose to ignore it. You know, so I think that's where Ty's mind is.
Okay.
So in your first film, Blackbird, you got to sing. Are we going to get to see Ty sing a little bit in this season?
I don't know. I mean, I honestly know that question, but I feel like I know the answer to it, but I feel like if I say it,
Well, you could just sing for us.
we can
right
have the
here.
exclusive. Yes,
Right here on VHL. You can sing for us.
that would be great.
He's like, look, it's 2:15.
Come on, I see what you have in.
Just sip some water and get those vocals ready.
I mean, if y'all want me to.
Yes. Come on, you better say something for us. Come on.
I'll give you, now there was a song in the movie, like the title song of the movie. I wrote a note about it. It was
What is this feeling?
yes, what is this feeling? I like that because it reminds me of MJ and her new boo, like feeling this new feeling. So I feel like that could apply to
That's your choice. You want me to go with that?
yeah.
Okay. God, I haven't sung it in so long. If I mess up, it's your fault.
It's all good.
Sorry.
No, I'm just playing.
But we love it.
But
anyway.
okay, let's see. What is this feeling? Am I falling in love? It's got me reeling. I just can't get enough. Lord, I'm trying to resist it, but it's so consistent. What is this feeling?
Hey! Turns up with Ty, okay?
Any time of day, ready.
Okay, right. You said I don't get ready, I stay ready. Okay.
Okay, now let me try. Hold on, let me.
Oh, wait. We're going to say that for later, Portia.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna
Yes, Julian. Now I have a behind-the-scenes question.
Yes.
Well, since obviously like most of your scenes are with Gabrielle Union, MJ, is there anyone else on like in the cast or crew that you feel like you've clicked with, or anyone that you might not like have a scene with or have acted with, but someone you really like, maybe you've bonded with on set?
Oh my gosh, I love. Her name is Aaliyah on the show, but her real name is Rainey.
Come on, Rainey.
Oh my gosh, she is so amazing.
Yeah.
And you'll definitely get to see, continue watching the season, and the relationship between MJ, Rainey, and Ty, will grow. Because as you saw at the end of this episode, Mary Jane is just like, Aaliyah, will you hang out with me? Like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, so it's gonna be really cool to see, like those relationships grow. But definitely, I had so much fun with Rainey, and our characters, as the season goes on, have some really funny scenes, and
I believe it.
it's really cool. It's kind of like you'll be able to see like the good angel and the bad angel.
You the bad one, ain't you?
So it's really cool. Like Rainey, she is so talented and amazing and just beautiful and just has such an amazing heart. So I really enjoy bonding with her on set.
Okay. That's awesome.
When you were making out, I couldn't see the person's head, and I swore it was Aaron for a minute.
No, at first I was like, no, this
Because
isn't
I would have been
happening.
like, ooh, Aaron exploring himself. I would have
Is it
appreciated
awkward
it.
preparing for a scene like that, though?
It was a very nice young man. Oh my gosh. I don't think that will ever get like not awkward. But one thing that I really try to do, and it's funny because Gabrielle was talking to me about it as well, but one thing I just really try to, just break the ice early. Like we both know what we got to do. Hey, let's get this out the way. Let's talk about it, and just, really just I think it's about teamwork and intimate scenes like that. Like you have to understand that I'm here for you, and I know that you're here for me, and I want to respect you, and I know that you're going to respect me as well. So definitely preparing for that scene. I really talked to the guy, the actor, a lot in between scenes, and especially in between that party scene, because that scene took forever to shoot. But we definitely talked and asked him like what was he comfortable with. You know, he asked me what I was comfortable with, and so I think it's all about that. Just getting communication. It all goes back to communication. Just talking about it, getting it out the way, and not making it awkward, because you know you're both there to do, you know, a job, quote unquote, but at the same time you want to be respectful of a person, you know.
Absolutely.
So that's my little method I try to do.
That's awesome.
That's a great method.
Because I feel like I
break
could
the
just,
ice. You know.
Yeah, break the ice. Like don't just like not talk to the person. Then when they say action, you gotta make out with them.
Right. You just be going opposite ways.
Right.
Don't
Offer
have
them
no type of coordination.
Right.
Just offer them a mint first to get things started.
Yeah,
right.
You know.
Okay.
The dude was super cool. He was super awesome and very respectful, and yeah, he was really cool.
So I have a question. This week in the past couple of weeks, we've seen people like that big Bobby Valentino scandal, and we had that scandal with Lil Duval making the comments about Janet Mock on The Breakfast Club. So for you as an openly gay man, when you see situations where you know, people are being, there's a lot of commentary that are criticizing men who may or may not be gay or are closeted.
Or sexually fluid.
Or sexually fluid, right.
In this episode, too.
Exactly. We got to see DeRay from Black Lives Matter, and then the fact that they highlighted your character was great. So for you who you're comfortable with yourself and you are blessed to be yourself and live your truth, what would you say to anyone that's in the celebrity world that isn't as comfortable with their sexuality and who may be hiding?
I think the main issue is just like being comfortable, because I think a lot of people coming into this industry, a lot of people auditioning and, you know, like all that stuff, it can really get to you, because it can be something just so simple as like you're not tall enough, or you're not this way, you're not that way. And a lot of people, they want to mold themselves into who they think people want them to be, and then they get so caught up in that mold that they forget actually who they are and their own happiness. And one thing that I would definitely tell anybody, not even just like what's going on in today's world, but even upcoming actors, is, you know, like anybody who has like a 9 to 5, you know, they don't go to work and have to talk about their sexuality, you know. And I don't expect myself or any other actor going in, you know, having to talk about their sexuality. I think it should be just a respect level. And then also when it comes to men, I feel like there's this taboo definition of what a man looks like, or how he's supposed to act, or how he's supposed to dress, or what he's supposed to do, when he's supposed to do it. And I feel like people have that taboo image of what a man looks like, and if you don't fit that image, then it's just like, oh, we don't want to fool with you, you know, because you don't fit the idea of that mold of what a man looks like or what he's supposed to be. So I think it's honestly not even like that person who's struggling, but it's just that I think it's the world. They just need to kind of break that image and understand that people can be individual. You know, people can have their own individuality, and, you know, as long as they communicate it with whoever they're with, you know, like just communicate that and just have respect. Like give people their time and their space and respect them. Because I think a lot of times when situations aren't on us, we're quick to laugh, look, judge, and it's just like, when it's on us, when we're going through something, we want that respect, and we want people to kind of like leave us alone so we can get our lives together. But we don't think like that when it's about somebody else. We kind of want to be like, oh, what's going on? What happened? What did, you know? And it's just like we forget about that layer of respect that we're crossing. So I feel like that makes it even harder for someone to want to open up or take their time to, you know, venture and be who they want to be, because they're too afraid that once something happened, once something come out, everybody attacks them, you know? And it's just like, it makes it even harder for the next person who was this closer to being, you know, authentic and being who they really are, to speak out about it. And I feel like that's why so much, you know, like teen suicides and everything is just so crazy, because the minute somebody steps out in their truth and walks in who they are, you know, who they're just meant to be, you know, there's so much hatred that's thrown at them. So, you know, we tell young people to always be like, you know, be who you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. But what if that little person wants to be like a Jussie Smollett, or wants to be like a Laverne Cox, or wants to be like a, Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know. What if that young person wants to be like that, but yet the person they look up to, you are demonizing them. It's so just
It's
communication.
I think that was
Do you feel like
the
it's
answer.
Oh yeah. Do you feel like it's harder at being in the Black community, being openly gay and being an actor?
For me personally, I really just try to separate it, because I feel like me personally and my lifestyle has nothing to do with you. And
Absolutely.
I feel like given the opportunity to work and have roles, I feel like my talent will speak for it, and not who I am genuinely as a person. And also, I know that I'm a good person. I know that everything I do is heart-led. Like, I'm very respectful, and so it's just like, if someone doesn't see that, in a way, like, I respect you, but that's your loss, like, I don't, I no longer can allow myself to get caught up in what the world wants me to be, or who the world wants.
Amen.
Who the world
Julian taking
needs.
us to church
I can
Amen.
when you're so caught up on the world and trying to figure out what they want you to be, you forget about yourself.
Right, because you're looking for
trying to-
validation in other people.
Yeah, and it's just like, that's where people mess up at. Like, they taking care of everybody else. They're doing everything for everybody, but at the end of the day, when you laying down in your bed and you can't go to sleep, and that's because you can't give yourself nothing else, because you drain, like, everybody else is draining you. It's funny because a friend of mine, we were watching a video last night, and I think it was like an Oprah video, and she was interviewing, I think it's Ivanka, the lady who does I'm sorry?
Iyanla?
Yeah, I believe it was her, but it was an interview, and, she was speaking as, like, like the cup overflowing in a way. And so it's just like, how can you give for yourself and your cup isn't even, like, full?
Yeah.
I'm probably not wording it right, but it's just like, you can't give and constantly give and give and give, and at the end of the day, you don't got nothing to give yourself.
Yeah.
That's something that that's a place where I'm at now, which is that I'm comfortable in myself, and I know that it's bigger than me. It's about the young kids out there who want to be actors. I want to be dancers. I want to be what y'all ladies are doing, and they just need someone who they can look up to. And I want to do everything that I do, honestly.
So for that actor and that dancer and those people who have these big dreams and want to live their life and aspire to do that, because you're so young and you're doing it and you actually doing a dang thing, like you out here moving, what is your biggest advice and inspiration that you can give to them to empower them and let them know that they can do this too?
Just to know that you're perfect, and
Come on, perfect.
Like, God made no mistakes in making you, and
yes, fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah, like, you have to know that within yourself, and you got to get to know who you are before you can, give yourself to anybody else or walk into this, walk out your door. You got to know who you are and be confident in who you are.
Amen.
And when I say confident, I don't mean cocky.
Right.
You have to be confident in who you are and know that you are perfect and you're enough. And I think a lot of people, they don't think that they're enough, and they don't think that they have what it takes, but you just have to remind yourself and, like, encourage yourself. Say daily affirmations.
Yes.
Find something to get, like, the stress off you. Do something positive like yoga or stretching or meditations or hiking.
Right.
And I'm naming all that because that's stuff that I do
Okay.
every day, every
Come on,
other
get us
day
together.
that I do to, like, just release any negativity that I have, because I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to stay looking young.
I mean,
Okay.
you do look tight,
But
right,
Black
though.
don't crack, so you good for the next 20 years.
Right? But you already looking tight.
though.
You already looking tight and right, Julian. So you're doing good.
Night. You look
Right.
like it's like in the middle of the day.
Thank
With your smooth 100% cotton shirt.
Okay. And look at that smooth skin. What do you use? What kind of
Right.
moisturizer
Dimples
you
popping.
use?
Teeth are just white. Okay. Clean
Got the
shaven.
happy face.
He like, it's 2:15.
You know, Julian, what in kind of piggybacking off what Porchia said, can you kind of just tell us a little bit about how you got started? Because I thought that was amazing to let people know it can happen at any time as long as you're ready for the opportunity.
For sure. It's really funny because I'm originally from Jackson, Mississippi, and I went to the University of Southern Mississippi, which is in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And I heard about a casting call, and I recorded this really awful audition. I had like no experience whatsoever, and I recorded this really awful audition, and I emailed it to the link that was attached to the casting call, and it just so happened to be the email of the director, who was Patrick Ian Polk. Yeah, and so, and Patrick, the director, is from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and he went to the same university that I was currently attending.
Look at that.
Come on, divine connection.
Come on now. You know, I feel like when God has a plan for you,
Come on.
can't nothing or nobody stand in the way
yours.
of what for you. You know, so I think I was afraid, and there was a moment where I didn't want to go through with it because I was afraid. And you know, sometimes we allow fear to stand in the way of our blessings. But I feel like in the moment I really I took a leap of faith, and I just went for it. I knew I didn't have experience. I knew there probably was some amazing talented actor out there who probably could have got it like that, but it's just like I just felt something in me that was like, no, I'm not going to give up. So I submitted my audition, and Patrick was, you know, so kind enough to email me back and was like, well, maybe you should try it standing up, or you know, just like so. Patrick was really amazing. So, you know, I would definitely just tell, you know, young actors out there to just follow that gut feeling. You know, like understand that fear and nerves, they're going to be there, they're going to come. You know, but it's all about how you use those nerves and how you take your mind and, you know, shift it from being nervous and be like, you know what, I'm excited. Because sometimes we're so easy to speak negativity out our mouths before we're able to even tell ourselves we look pretty today, you know?
Wow.
So we got to start, you know, I would definitely tell, you know, young actors, and I constantly tell myself this every day, that, you know, you gotta know that you have what it takes, regardless of whoever's around you. No matter how many auditions you do and don't hear anything back, you know, you gotta know that you're enough. And it just, you know, like one thing that I heard is you're one audition, or it was one or two. You're one or two auditions away from your dream role. Wow. You know, so if you give up, who's to say that like your next audition that wouldn't have been the one that got you?
Your break,
you know?
your big break.
Yeah, and so that's definitely what I would tell young and upcoming actors, and even actors out there currently, like myself, you know, just continue to stay encouraged, because it's not easy, you know, but, you know, nothing worth it comes easy. Right. I think that's how they say it. Yeah. But like, you know, and that's what I would tell somebody.
Come on. I love it. Okay, I know maybe you can give us some spoilers, but my biggest question is Lee coming back? No.
Huh?
Lee, our friend Lee, remember him with the British guy with the...
No, you don't remember Lee. Julian, you don't remember him.
With the camel coat, you know, the comedian.
The British hunk.
Is he coming back?
Look at his face.
Okay, I see you. Okay, fine.
Connection, can you hear us?
Look, we trying to look for who he is. I know. He's
y'all gonna have to watch. I wish I could tell you. Believe me, y'all don't understand.
Right.
Crazy.
You gonna come in the next morning and that table read like...
I be wanting to be like, man. But I can't. I just gotta, you know, I gotta act like I don't know. So
it's okay. You can act like you don't know.
I'm keeping hope.
Well, we Team Justin over here. Well, me and Sarah are Team Justin. And so they on that.
I'm team whatever MJ want to do. Okay.
Well, MJ want to do a lot of stuff.
Whatever she want to do.
She
you know what?
too much.
I'm on that team. Whatever MJ want to do.
Yeah, that's what team I'm on. Cause you know,
well, she want to do Justin right now.
I think she so overly like he's gone out of her brain. She's in love with Justin.
Well,
and they just only been like They only been like a split second, and she's
Too
already
much.
going crazy at work because he gone. Like, she's
can't.
tripping out.
She go crazy a lot.
Well, I'm looking
she
forward
missing
to
her
seeing
man.
this friendship blossom.
Me too. I love this Black
And
Magic
Mary
team.
Jane.
Thank you for being her
threat over
friend.
here. Aaliyah, you, and MJ. Like,
Because she
come
ain't
on.
had no friends. If it wasn't for you, she would have been lonely. This
But they was
episode.
against Aaliyah at first. So
I just
Yeah.
thought she was, she had some tricks up her sleeve, and he did say there was
No, I
a
knew
devil
she
and
was
an
down the
angel. We
road.
don't know which one Aaliyah is, so there's still,
Aaliyah is the angel. She
We
can
don't
MJ
know.
together.
She's
she
super
made her
cute, though.
apologize. She
Her
turned
hair
her
looks
party
great.
up.
Love
like,
her.
She
Ty,
did that.
you the angel too. You just trying to let her like turn up a little bit.
Yeah, and I think honestly, I wouldn't say that there's a devil. I would definitely say there's two angels, but one's a little wilder than the other, and that's probably just like, man, nah, you don't need to do that.
It's a sophisticated hood rat friend. We all
Yeah.
no, that's what it is.
I'm that friend.
You educate, you Black educated and about that life. I tell people that all the time. You got to be Black educated and about that life.
I mean, multifaceted,
all day, 24/7.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta have a very supportive team, and that's how you know when you got good friends.
Yeah.
The ones that can actually tell you something.
Mhm.
That make you actually reevaluate everything that you're doing, and you be like,
Yeah.
"Am I really like? Dang,
That was
okay,
me.
like, that's-
Yeah.
Lee, that was it.
Don't talk about Lee. He coming back.
I guess.
That's why I love MJ's and Kara relationship so much.
I was just about to ask you about that. Like, how do
Yes.
you feel about them? Like, with Kara, shutting her down so much because of this Justin thing. Do you feel like MJ is in the wrong for following her?
Does she deserve that?
Her whatever she got, her heart or her lust with Justin. Do you feel like she was wrong for following that and leaving Kara in the dark about it, or do you feel like she did what was right to the best of her ability?
I think it's a mixture of two. I definitely feel like she was following her heart because I feel like, sometimes there are situations where we weren't expecting it to happen. Or
Yeah.
we weren't expecting it to evolve as quickly as it did. And in the midst of it evolving, we haven't even informed people close to us. So it's kind of just like, it's like when you have a relationship and then you finally do the Facebook in a relationship and your friends will be like, what?
Mhm.
You were talking to so-and-so. And so I feel like it's one of those situations. But I
She did
definitely
try to
feel like
tell her.
MJ could have communicated, but it's just like the stakes were so high.
Right.
Kara was going through her legal stuff with the news station, and it honestly wasn't like a perfect time to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
And it kind of just, I feel like she was eventually going to talk to her about it, but they were just being too
bad
frisky.
timing.
off
Yeah.
That's what I'm like.
Yes.
Come on now, what's going on?
Too much.
50 Shades.
all at work.
Yes,
In the editing
okay.
bay, what are we doing?
Oh, what did you think about everybody saying that it was you who spilled the tea and told on MJ and? Because a lot of people, was, even in the comments, people were like, "It's the hairdresser. It's the hairdresser."
I'm like, Ty
Come on,
said it. He
y'all.
spilled the tea.
Cause Ty, you was the only one that knew.
Bribed to tell something.
Ty, you was the
yeah.
only person that knew, and you was like, your tea is safe with me. I'm like, people who say that, they gonna tell.
I agree.
See, I know.
But definitely, I don't know. I don't think Ty is that type of person, especially in the circumstances where the conversation happened. Like Ty
Right.
revealed like he was getting a divorce.
Yeah.
Right.
His husband is taking everything from him. And
They're
it's
not getting
just
no
like,
baby.
I think in the circumstances of that conversation, it was kind of like, we vibing.
Okay.
Like this is the start of a friendship, and I didn't really come to you, but I opened up to you, and then you
Right.
opened up to me, and it's just like, I know you ain't finna say something, and I'm not gonna say nothing either, because I know how I feel, so I don't want nobody
Right.
else to feel how I feel.
Dang,
I think
that's-
people
that's
assume.
heartfelt.
I think people assume when you first meet someone, because they're a new friend, that you
Right.
really can't trust them.
Yeah.
But I feel like MJ, why would you open that conversation up, especially when you know
He opened
that?
up to her first, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you didn't feel comfortable, then don't say it. So I felt like she felt comfortable enough with Ty to say it because he had already been very
already
raw
knew
with
them,
her.
right.
Yeah. So I felt like, and I feel like too. I don't know. With them being younger, the younger generation coming into her life, I think that kind of made it a little weird too, because she talked about that with Aaliyah. Like, she was very shocked that Aaliyah was so advanced within herself, and she, being young and
Right.
having, advanced ideas. So I feel like a lot of times people have these preconceived notions that they're after you instead of for you. But I'm excited for her little team.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gonna
me
see
too.
because she definitely needs some new people around her.
Yes.
And obviously, what I find interesting is that the younger people are showing her how to be grown and how to be an adult. She's acting like a kid right now. She's, you know, acting up at work and she's falling out when her boyfriend gone. And so, it's, you know,
Grown woman,
and you
get
know-
it together.
yeah.
And I feel like, because I think that's something that millennials really share is like, I want to do it by myself. I don't have time for anyone to be, you know, holding me down. Let me go out and get my career going. You know, like Ty, like he's like, look, I know, I see y'all at work. I don't need to see y'all
Look,
outside
I'm
of work.
bouncing back from this
No,
bad
literally, I was
relationship.
like, let me quote that for every single day of my life because I totally feel like where Aaliyah and where Ty, like what I like about them so much is that they are so strongly about their career and they don't have time for any mess outside of that. And MJ, I think she needs to take note
This is what I'm saying.
of that and say like, okay, you know, I can be single, but let me, you know, to me, okay, how did you feel about her going off on Danny? Because I felt like that was just way.
I felt it was uncalled for.
It was like yes,
it was
hilarious.
It was she should have read her, but she should have read her outside of work.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she dragged her for
Yeah.
filth, and I was like,
She did.
okay.
But she cussed her out so intellectually. Like
She did.
I was like, oh
Honestly,
my gosh. I was
feel like
cracking up.
I feel like it was something that needed to happen because I felt like, one, she was talking about her man.
That's what started it all.
That's what got her.
Yeah, one, she
Yeah.
was just like, oh, you know, and then it's just like, it's kind of been like when you in a situation and somebody keep poking you, and it's just like that last poke, and you can't really like handle how you gonna say stop, so it come out like stop,
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's just like I think that's where it was. And the icing on the cake, her catching him talking about Justin, catching her talk about Justin, and so she was just like, And I think she really probably got in her head to where she's talking just to Danny, so she completely forgot where she was and the people that were behind her.
Yeah.
Because you know how you can be so heated.
She
in the
tuned everybody
conversation?
out.
Right.
Yeah, you tune everybody out, and you only focused on you. Like, I'm finna have this conversation with you. You the only one and we finna talk about it now. And then it's just like, when you walk into the other room, you're like, dang, man,
What
like, I
happened?
was right, but I shouldn't have done it then.
Right.
You know?
I wanted to
So-
say-
Wrong place.
Yeah.
I've wanted to say, did you guys feel like her apology was very Colin Kaepernick? Because I felt like that was kind of like how they're using Danny as the Tommy Lauren character. I felt like in that moment, because they feel like, okay, in order to get further in your career, you're going to have to apologize. You need everybody to be on your side. And I feel like that's what they're pushing on Colin right now, is to apologize so that you can get work. Did anyone else feel like that? Because I felt like that was like a little like, they're touching on a lot of social issues that are going on right now.
Definitely.
Like with Trump, with Tommy, and I just felt like, wow, okay, maybe this is Colin right now, but because I love like inside, like
Right.
Yeah.
slides.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I
Was it just
didn't
me?
really see that, but what I found interesting was that we had Danny making her comments focused on her beliefs, but then we had that young man who Patrick met at the Black Lives Matter meeting, Jevon, who had his beliefs about gay men, and DeRay being, speaking at that event. So you have two people with different points of view, and everybody's allowed to say what they want to say. But how do you react when you don't agree with someone? I think that was a big theme. What are you going to do when you don't like something? And that's why I loved Patrick's quote where he said, take what you like and leave what you don't like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because so Danny can't say what she wants to say, but then because the other guy is a black man who may have experienced racism, should he be allowed to make comments about gay men? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's allowed? What are you going to allow? And just because you don't like what somebody says, how are you going to react to that? And I think in this political climate, we have to figure out how. I think that's what they were trying to see. How are you going to handle when a situation that you don't like is right in your face and maybe at your workplace?
Well,
So
and
you
then
disagree respectfully. Like, you don't have to insult them just because you disagree with them.
right. I
But-
mean, even though she was insulting.
No, she was, and I
Yeah.
wish that she would have apologized too.
Yeah,
wasn't
because
the
she
only
was
one.
literally saying like the most racist stuff, and I mean,
Horrible.
regardless.
He really was.
Yeah,
She
it was
they only brought him here because he black, and then he
yeah,
another
a black.
producer.
And I'm like, what kind of old.
And then she brought the mama in there. Like,
Yeah. And first of all, how you going to invite some friends to my house and that's what I was upset with. I said,
that's rude.
wait a minute, Danny, I don't like you, but then you want to invite
all your
the
friends
Republican Party
to
to
a
my
work party.
house.
But when she when she said the question about is his mama white, I was waiting for the answer because I was trying to find out if that was part of. I wasn't
MJ
sure.
answered
No, she answered it after. But when Danny, I thought she was going to be like, yes, his mother is white and what? But I didn't know both parents were black. I was like, oh, interesting. Sorry, but my thing was.
I mean, you know, black people they still got blue eyes somewhere.
Yeah, the thing is, we created the gene for blue eyes. So, I mean, that's what people
But
don't
then I thought,
understand.
ooh, we're going to see Justin Mama come out. It's going to be a whole thing. But I don't know. It was, my mind was
It was going to be a whole bunch of people popping out.
Yes, all his
Lee.
ancestors. Lee coming back. I'm just saying that one more
She
time.
said
but-
all his ancestors.
Okay. But no, I agree with you because I feel like the thing, yes, the comments were racist, but she had just come from her boo's house. She got the code now. He gone. Her emotions, you know, she been holding out. She ain't
She
got
got his
none in a
box.
couple of days, you know. So she just, her emotions are just all over the place. And I think that was the spark that lit the flame.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes people can, I don't know, sometimes people need to be,
Checked.
checked, you know, because
Yeah, because
like,
Danny got her
you know,
act together after that.
Yeah, the comments that she was saying, like, you know, I thought they just wanted to hire another black. And then when she was at the party, like, is your name something exotic?
Yeah.
Right,
No,
saying
and then
it's
when she
was a
said,
diversity hire.
oh no, when she said, and she's just our stepchild from Malawi.
Oh,
I was like, I
So it's
said,
just like-
oh.
It's just little stuff that like that is just
keeps
like,
going.
okay, you keep poking me. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you what you want, actually.
my
Okay.
God.
But we have to remember, like amongst black people, we know, okay, that's shady. But for a person like Danny, amongst her friends, that's how they speak a lot.
No.
Probably a lot of the times. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying some people, not in this case, but there are some people who are so used to speaking that way that they don't realize how insensitive it is.
But also at the same time, be aware of where you are. You're in MJ's
Right.
house.
My thing is,
Yeah.
I can only hold ignorance to you until a certain point. You are, how old is she? 25. The internet is there. Google is your friend. And you live amongst a diverse group of people. But no matter where you are, there is no reason for you to call someone, what did she say? Like the
black.
child, the child from Malawi. Like, why would you say that?
But like I said, okay, for Danny, as her character, where did she say she was from?
She's
Wherever
from like Tennessee.
Yeah,
or
wherever
something.
she's from, probably in her environment, that's how they conduct themselves. So some people, you know how you were saying you have to be patient and communicate. I think we also, instead of just popping off all the time, like take that deep breath and use it as an opportunity to educate someone that might not know.
Yeah.
I just feel
She
like
knows. She know exactly what she's doing.
I'm sorry. I'm from Kansas,
She
Missouri,
is
too.
very intentional with everything that she says, everything that she does. She has the friends to prove it. Like it's all in her background. She's not about to hold her tongue about what she believes.
'Cause
Like,
she's white and she's
a whole
privileged.
racist, and she can say whatever she wants, and she
Right.
gets away with it. She got a job by saying whatever she wants. Like she
Come
know that. She
on.
know.
That's a very valid point. Like, I think it was one of those moments where it's just like, you know, okay, this is normal for me to talk like this, do this.
Right.
You know, this is probably like the biggest job opportunity that I've had. thus
And
far.
she got it
First
from
job.
being
But
transparent
but
with
it's
herself.
just like, you know, oh well, I got this job for being me, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
be me. You know,
Right.
so I feel like that's
Yeah.
how she was. But it's just like, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Right.
Not with
You
this
said
Like,
one.
excuse
time out.
anymore. Yeah, you're not just in your living room on your YouTube. Like you're working with people. Like you can't do that.
Exactly. And on
You're not hiding behind the camera.
Right.
Right.
okay. And on top of
Yeah.
that, your Southern hospitality, common courtesy is to ask someone before you invite your friends.
Right.
Period. So you're not stupid.
I
She's
didn't think
playing
you
a
were mine. I
game.
just brought my friends.
Yeah.
Like, who
With their
does
great,
that?
would make a great America again. Girl, stop.
knows exactly
She's-
what
she's
she's
adding
stupid.
You
the
just like to
sauce.
agitate, and that's the entire reason why. Hopefully, we don't know what happens to Justin next week.
To sum Danny up, she ain't got no act right. Like she already done last episode done gave the other lady that they was interviewing all the tricks of the trade, gave her what to say to MJ, and then now you ticking her off, you making racist comments and inviting people to her house. You clearly don't have no act right, and you got to get it together.
But she's been rewarded for her behavior so much. It's like she hasn't had to. You know what I'm saying? She got
Absolutely.
her popularity
just like
is
when
based
MJ
on those
apologized,
comments.
Like when MJ apologized to everybody, she walked up to her and was like, you know, my favorite thing is when people can admit they're wrong.
Right.
And then she's
Yeah, it's like,
you at the
but
party,
you're
and it's just
wrong.
like, you know,
Like,
it's,
girl, you more
Yeah.
wrong than I am.
And don't care. But I don't have to be wrong because I'm white, and people love me because that's what I do.
It works.
I can
for
do
some
whatever I
people.
want, and that's some, not all, but some white people and non-black people know their privilege, period.
Exactly.
And they
And use
take
it to their
advantage of
advantage.
it. And that is Danny. Danny is not ignorant at all, because if she can
She's
figure out Facebook
intentional.
Live and all that other stuff that she does on the internet, she can read a book or an article or watch a movie, because everything is within your grasp.
Yeah.
Now, ladies,
Google away.
we have kept Julian up way past his
yes.
bedtime.
Oh my
We want to
Aw.
thank you so much for being our guest tonight. Please, you are welcome back anytime.
You have been amazing.
Oh,
Thank
y'all
you.
so much. I
Yes.
really, 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 really appreciate it. And
You dropped some
me being
knowledge today.
up is no problem, I promise. I appreciate it.
Oh.
Thank you. Much continued success, and we'll continue to watch you on Being Mary Jane. Guys, we are out of time tonight, but I hope you enjoyed our conversation. You can find me on social media at Tsahai. And where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Sarah Lioness, Lioness with a Y.
Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm Porchia Carter. You can find me on all social media at Porchia Carter.
And I'm Raquel Harris. You can find me on all social media at Raquel Harris TV.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, is that correct?
That's wrong.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.